Organizations, as we get through this recession, are making a big bet on knowledge workers, on innovation, on better access to information and expertise in order to sprint out of this recession and into the next economy. SharePoint 2010 is really a very big part of that conversation as folks look at their strategic organizational planning. As we built the TEI study, Total Economic Impact Study, for SharePoint 2010, we talked to a lot of organizations. The most difficult part is building the model and really finding a model that has some quantifiable metrics. One of the organizations that came to the top was an organization that was looking at deploying SharePoint 2010. They had a goal of actually capturing metrics around driving top-level sales by implementing SharePoint 2010. And the metrics that they're looking for will be very real and very quantifiable.
SharePoint 2010 at Hitachi Consulting has been a huge productivity tool for us. We have insights that we've gained by using SharePoint as our BI delivery mechanism. We've created workflows that make our internal operations more efficient. We do a better job of managing our intellectual property by having that content captured within SharePoint 2010. So across the board, I would say that Hitachi Consulting has become an even more efficient organization by the adoption of SharePoint 2010.
In the 21st century enterprise, there are several things that are occurring that we see as really the same thing. Even collaboration or BI or workflow, we can't take a siloed approach to that. It has to be highly integrated.
There's a business case in terms of eliminating redundant software licensing and getting down to one cost model for SharePoint 2010. There's an opportunity to retire infrastructure, and then the ability to consolidate from a skills perspective.
We have content, we have collaboration, we have search capabilities. We may have implemented business intelligence capabilities. What type of custom applications can I build on top of that, which are truly differentiated from my competition? And of course, they can actually take it externally and move out into web content management as well. If I have an intranet system, an extranet system, and a web content management system that are built on the same platform, I can start to drive processes across these different constituents. By having them all on the same platform, not only do I consolidate the number of assets that I need in order to run it within my organization, but I can start to have workflows that work across those multiple areas of constituents. And this drives new types of efficiencies.
The solutions that we're providing in the marketplace today take advantage of the flexibility that the entire SharePoint 2010 platform provides. Whether it's an on-premises or a SharePoint Online solution, we can architect a solution that takes advantage of all of those capabilities and options to provide the best total cost of ownership for our customer base.
Starting in 2008 with the Elvis project, an internal project built on SharePoint, and now with our internet solution for the news registry built on SharePoint 2010, we're building out internally a very strong capability around Microsoft products and servers.
Some of the benefits that we anticipate with SharePoint 2010, having it internally and externally, is we're developing skill set and understanding in administering the platform from an operations perspective.
SharePoint 2010 for us meant the ability to hit our 60-day beta date, which was a pretty significant accomplishment and a very short time cycle for us. We had management, we had scale, we had logging, all of the features that otherwise you would have had to spend some time building it.
We have a lot of customers that have adopted SAP as their ERP system. And so we're using SharePoint 2010 with business connectivity services as a mechanism to provide our customers with collaborative environments and composite applications that pull data out of SAP and into SharePoint, where they can work with that information in a much more effective fashion.
What excites me the most about using SharePoint 2010 is the challenge, really, of figuring out how to solve the problems that we face around business requirements and features that we have to deliver, solving them the SharePoint way.
It's very fulfilling to have a vision and want to get an organization to a certain point and then have something so strategically aligned and so practical to use to be able to achieve that vision.